Hello, it's Red Knight here, and I'm going to be looking at a really cool farm in this video for a couple of reasons. The main reason though is the fact that it shows some really interesting ways of using dead trees and bushes. Now, as you can see from looking at this image here, I'm at Nathan's farm. He's a level 70 and he's also in a neighborhood. But straight away, just behind the house, you can see some dead bushes and dead trees. And this is what kind of attracted me first of all to this farm. So let's have a look in more detail and see what it looks like. So I'm going to have to zoom out. Now, from looking at this image here, doesn't it look wonderful? Okay, now a lot of people say, oh my god, I've got so many dead trees and bushes and it looks ugly on my farm. But that's the wrong way to be thinking about these kind of things. If you've got dead trees, you've got dead bushes, you need to start incorporating them into the design just to make the design more interesting. Okay, yes, when you get the chance and you find the saws and axes, then you can cut them down and then replace them with the other trees or bushes that you're using on the farm. But in the meantime, why not do like Nathan's done here and basically balance it out so it looks really cool? Just look at the way he's got his barn here next to the dairy. He's using a really cool pattern path design, and then he's bordered it just to the front down the side of the paths with dead trees and bushes. And then behind those two buildings as well, he's also got those trees, and it actually looks really nice. Now, if I move on over to the side a little bit, you'll see again that he's using the bushes. Now, you can see there he's got some nectar bushes, he's got some berry bushes as well. Now, it does look pretty cool. Okay, when I first saw this, I was kind of worried that maybe it would be too much. But I like the way that he's staggered the bushes. I like the way that he's mixed it in with the machines and with the trees that are still okay. And it does look pretty good. Now if we move further down, you'll see the smelters there. Just behind the smelters, he's using the dead trees again as a wonderful border pattern. So you're not actually up against the cliff. And it kind of gives you that feeling that if you wanted to, you could chop down those trees and then feed your smelters very easily. Now, okay, 2 of them are in use at the moment, 3 are quiet. That's great. It just means that he's got more chances later of burning more wood. Now, if we look at the animal pens there, you'll also see that he's bordered the animal pens to separate them, again with dead bushes, and I do like that as well. Now, if we come further down, this area I really like, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit more as well there. Okay, now as you can see there, he's put his trees in some nice rows, and you can see that this is an active farm where he's actually harvesting the fruit from the trees and then basically keeping everything nice and neat and tidy. Okay, maybe Nathan actually wishes that he could get more saws and axes, and I would recommend using Tom. Now, to use Tom, you're going to need diamonds, but he is one of the better ways of actually getting those tools for cutting down trees and bushes, unless of course you want to harvest or sorry, not harvest, but to collect your wool and milk and bacon from your animals, and then as you're doing this you might be lucky and actually get some saws or some axes. The other way of doing that is from your pets, so do make sure that you have plenty of pets and animals on your farm because they do give lots of resources. Now, coming back down to the bottom end of his farm here, I kind of like the way that this is looking to start with. He's using the ditches, he's got a nice mixture of paths there as well with a nice little pond. However, I'm not entirely satisfied with it. Okay, the potential's there. I feel that he's kind of creating a really nice relaxation area, but there's still a lot more that needs doing. Now, personally, I think I might actually move those balloons more to the front, closer to the road, because I think where they are at the moment, it doesn't feel quite right, even though I do like the balloons as well. You've also got that wonderful birthday cake where Chick Norris just about to stick his head out, and there he goes, just peeking out from the cake. I loved that addition to the game. It was so wonderful when they gave it to us. And I'm afraid if you do not have this cake, there is no chance for you to ever be able to get it. It's only available, or it was only available for those of us who were there for the third birthday of Heyday. Now, maybe for the next birthday, i.e. number 4, they may do something even better. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe you could make a recommendation. What kind of 4th year decoration would you like to see? Why not leave comments below? That way the team can have a look. Now, coming on over again, you've got these dead bushes and trees. I do like what I'm looking at here. However, I do start to feel that there's a little bit too much in this area. I like the bushes though. I like the way the bushes are going, and maybe the bushes is my preference for what we've got down here, because it kind of matches more up with this center section here. So please do put the bushes back between the animal pens and see how that looks. Now here, you're actually using the hedgerows, and in some ways it kind of goes against what you've done with the rest of the farm. Okay, I like it. It's interesting. You're using the border pattern down here with the hedgerows, and it does go reasonably well. But I have enjoyed the way you've used the dead trees and bushes, and I would like to maybe see you try removing those hedgerows and try the dead bushes and trees as an option, just to see how it feels, because I think you've got a nice little idea that you're actually tweaking and coming up with. It's the same with the white fences. Now, I really do like this imagery here. I like the way they're using the path and the walls and the fences between the machines and the actual path itself. But what does it look like with the bushes? Can you please change it and show us so we can actually see? And then maybe I will do another video later where I can let people see what it looks like with these changes. And even I would be interested in seeing what that's like. In fact, I might even give it a go later at some stage myself. Now, moving back down here to this corner. Now, this corner I really do like. There's a perfect balance here. Okay, there's no dead trees, there's no dead bushes as such, except for the one nectar bush, which will probably be moved later or revived. You've got a nice little working stroke relaxing area, and it feels really comfortable. I like the balance of the horses and the donkeys area, where you've also got the bug as well. Those stables actually go really well with the pathway, and then just behind them you've got that nice little dead row of bushes with the path leading to the barn. So this area here has to be my favorite part of your whole farm, and I love this design. Even with the decoration you're using, like the gramophone and the benches, it goes really well. And I even like the fact that you're using that little pond there as well. It's really nice. So as I said, that's my favorite area there. I like what you're doing here in this area here. I wish you would change this a little bit more. I'm not quite comfortable with that, and I'd like to see maybe a reduction in the dead trees just there, and if possible try to use some bushes in replacement of those hedgerows. Now, Nathan's actually starting to open up this area, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do. Is he going to mix live and dead trees and bushes together? Maybe it will be a kind of a wild pattern. But that we will have to look at later. Now, what I'm hoping to see is something really interesting in the town. So let's jump on over and have a look. So here we go. Get on the train and ooh, I like what I'm looking at here. And do I see lots of outhouses and walls? Is there going to be a wonderful little building here? Let's go over and have a look. So walking on over, and what do we have here? Oh my God, just look at that. We have a outhouse hotel in the town. Isn't that wonderful? Just look at that design, everybody. And in fact, I even had a very similar design like this on my farm for one of my first videos. But I actually used the golden walls, not the brown walls. And doesn't it look good? I really love this. Now, I wonder, did I copy him, or did he copy me, or did he get it from somewhere else like I did? Now, I like the way that he's actually using the brick walls here as well. And for his centerpiece, you've got this nice path pattern coming up into it. So he's actually modified the design and done something very different than I did, or I'd seen previously on another farm. So I like this. Even the use of the gramophone gives the hotel visitors a really nice feeling when they wake up in the morning, maybe. Awesome! And some more gramophones there at the back. Now, in fact, he's used a lot of gramophones within this town area, and that's quite unusual, but I do like the way that he's actually spread them out, and it kind of goes really well. It feels that you can come into this town and it's almost like a musical town. Now, I would hope that at some stage in the future, maybe Supercell, the Heyday design team, can come up with some other musical instruments that we can use like this decoration and maybe place in strategic places. Imagine having a variety of different instruments playing music. We could create a kind of mini orchestra within the town, and that would be wonderful. Okay, what I really like about this town, though, other than the hotel, is the fact that there's a really good blend of the pathways and the rose bushes. It doesn't feel cluttered. It feels like you can walk around very, very nicely. Okay, there's not a lot of greenery towards this back section here, but I do like what I'm looking at here. Now, the green area is more down towards this end here. And again, I think it's a nice contrast. So you've got this wonderful path area, and now you've got this wonderful open grass-based area where there's more green and more relaxation. So it gives you two parts of the town that actually do go well together. Look at that. It's actually a really nice design. And I'm liking what I'm looking at here a lot. Now, let's come down to the beach. Okay, now the beach is nice, but I'm not 100% satisfied. It does kind of feel strange. Now, I do like the balance. I like the way that you've got the fence on one side, the path around the rock on the other side. But it's not quite right for my feeling. For example, you've got there the sled on the beach, and that just doesn't give it the right kind of feel. I kind of like the way you've got the benches, but again, I'm not really 100% satisfied. Please, if you can, have a look at the beach and maybe rejig the design, maybe try something else, maybe less clutter on the beach. You've got less clutter here, you've got less clutter here. So basically, you've got a really nice feel here, but here it feels like there's too much, and maybe I'm looking for something that kind of blends much better with your town area. Ooh, a treasure chest. Let's have a look. And it was locked. Unlucky. Okay, right, let's go back to the farm and have a look. Now, overall, I said this was a really wonderful area, and I loved what I'm looking at here. I like the use of the dead trees and the dead bushes. Please keep blending that idea in. As I said, there are a few areas that I'd like to see you change, and I'm looking forward to seeing you if you do carry out those suggestions. But if not, don't worry. Now, I do like this farm. It's not 100% perfect, but I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 because it is actually really, really good. And I'm even going to like it. So let's see how many likes you've got at the moment. 76. Okay, let's give you number 77. And there you go, sir. Thank you very much for allowing me to look at your farm. It's wonderful. Okay, right, if you enjoyed looking at this farm, please do subscribe and do let me know your opinions about this farm as well. I'm always open to reviewing more people, so let me know. Okay, that's it. See you all next time, and goodbye.